Let's call the meeting to order. Is there any discussion? Let's look at the approval of the minutes. Is there any discussion on the minutes? I set up the PowerPoint. Let's go. Well, okay, so if there's any discussion on the minutes? No discussion? I need a motion to approve. Motion is made. Is there a second?
A second.
Motion is made and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion passes. The minutes have been approved as read. All right, do we have any public comment today?
Not this time.
Not this time. Oh, I missed the guy. I was getting used to the guy coming in.
I know.
and reading. All right. All right.
Notice I said not this time.
Not
Not this time.
Okay, so we'll get him next time. All right. All right, library report, adult services.
Good afternoon. My name is Berta Gomez, and I'll be presenting for the adult service. Okay, during the month of June, we had two big events. The first one was the Chamamango with Dad and haircuts. So those are some pictures of our event at both branches. Them getting a haircut, some dads, and everybody smiling for the picture here at this room. They also ate the ice cream of the Chamamango, and they got to put some gummy bears and everything. We did the diamond painting of bookmarkers. Bookmarkers that you can put at the edge of at the corner of the book. They came out really, really nice, and these are the people that attended. Everyone of all ages too, even the little kids too. They got to do with it. And yes, I mean, you can see one of the girls, she was just too excited. She's like, I want to do this with my leg because she's in the gymnastics. And she was showing me the graphic novel that she was reading, and you cannot really see it, but she's already using her bookmark. And thanks to the teaching of the watercolor moms, they showed our patrons how they can paint on jars, Van Gogh style. And there you can see too. This one was just at Southmost because for the month of July, they're going to come here at Maine. And instead, they're going to help us. They're going to show us how to do the jars, but with fabric. And they look really nice when they're lit up from the inside with those electric wireless candles. All right. And for this month, this afternoon, right after this presentation that I have right now, we're going to be having the mosaic masterpiece. It's going to be in the teen zone, and we're going to be using construction paper and different techniques for them to know how they can organize, how they can make artwork using different pieces of paper. Then, like I mentioned, later this month, they're going to learn how to do the fabric covered jars. And we're going to have a karaoke night back again. We're trying to just have very fun artistic events, as that's the summer reading program is all about.
Okay. Yeah, I want to comment on the haircuts. I want to thank them for that. I did take advantage and got a haircut too.
I think I saw that. Yes, I saw that too.
Yeah, man, this side is a little bit longer than this side, but I guess that's what you get when you get students.
It was from me.
Fortunately, I wear the hat. Oh, they did a real good job on you, sir.
Yeah, I know. Can I possibly screw it up, huh?
Not even.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Okay, next is youth services. All right, what do we got?
Hello, I'm Avery Danielson. So we have a lot going on this summer, and we have had a lot going on. On that first slide, we had, thank you. 1,195 people registered for the summer reading program.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that. So the registration is closed, and now we're collecting the reading logs and having events and
And that's for both branches?
yes.
And it'll be at the Southmost, right? The giveaway?
Oh, the award ceremony.
Yeah, award, yeah.
Yes. We can go to the next slide. Thank you. So our June Kids Nights were big successes. We did, our first one was an animal portrait where they had a couple different animals they could choose from and yarn, depending on the animal they chose. And they got to kind of, not really sewing, but they used a stencil to create the face of their chosen animal. And then our second one was a shadow box picture frame, and everyone was really excited. We got so many people who came to them. Here at Maine, we got almost 300 people for both of those events.
Okay, do we have numbers for Southmost?
I don't know, I'm sorry.
So we can get it for you.
It's a really good turnout.
Yeah, that's a good turnout.
No, I've been sick.
Because I know Southmost and Maine are starting to get
Neck
good
and neck.
numbers turnout.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's what we're striving for.
As for the kids' nights, they weren't as close to ours, but they did get a good amount compared to what they. So our June special guest presentations, we had Rob the Balloon Guy, and he did a really fun magic comedy balloon show. And we also had the Gladys Porter Zoo, and both were really fun, and everyone had a really great time.
That's an iguana. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Our summer bash was also a very, very fun time. I would say one of the highlights, if not the highlights, was the petting zoo. Everyone really loved the petting zoo and the ponies. That was from Los Tres Pollitos Petting Zoo. It's a family business in Los Fresnos, and they travel around to events and parties and bring their ponies and their animals, and it was really, really neat. We had rides, we had community organizations and city departments who were here with us. We also had a local author expo here in the main meeting room, which we were really excited to see how that would go. And as you can see, a lot of authors came and a lot of people came and visited the authors. So we were really excited about that. And we had about 551 people come to that. So this month, we have already had our sensory-friendly bubble party, which was we had a bunch of people come, both Southmost and here. I don't know Southmost numbers, but we had, again, about 300 people come here to Maine. And our Jurassic RGV Dino show was wildly popular here at Maine. We had 469 people come.
Oh, wow.
And I feel bad because as I was outside, people were actually had to leave because it was so crowded and in here. So it's hard.
Like standing room only in
The foyer too. So some people came in and left because it was just way too.
Like a bigger library now.
Yeah. We're going for a CAP for an auditorium. So hopefully.
Oh, wow.
I was at the Southmost one and it was packed
Good, yeah.
and amazing. There was so many kids. It was they had seating up filled completely.
Yeah.
So we were also by the computers and some of us were standing and
We might have to do some encore presentations of some of these programs.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're real
Yeah,
popular.
they come back.
I had a really good conversation.
The matinee.
Was here in the morning, and I had a really good conversation with the lady who owns it, and she gave me options for next year to fix kind of alleviate that. Yeah, so that was a really good conversation that I had with her.
This is my first time here, and I'm gonna push for Southmost because it's right back to my backyard. So you only had that event
No.
here? Or
No.
in Southmost also?
It was-
Yeah, Southmost, yeah,
And what were the numbers at the Southmost?
I don't know the numbers.
it was a lot of kids. I was there. It was really great. I have pictures too and videos.
You know, I saw the videos
It
on
was
Facebook.
pretty close.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so we just need to make sure, because
Find it again.
how should I put it this way? We have good, bad problems. We have overcrowding, but that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
good
it's a
problem to
really
have.
good-
In fact, so in that conversation, the lady told me that we just here at the main branch, we got more people than their 2 shows at McAllen.
Oh, wow.
That's the second time this summer that an outside organization has told me that. The other one was, we had a Easter Seals are a nonprofit group that has a lot to do with literacy. They came to our last Stories and Snacks, and they've been to all the Valley libraries, and she told me that ours was the biggest,
You know the reason why that is, right?
because we're the best.
We're the
Because we
best.
have outstanding staff.
Yeah, we're the best.
Even just doing it
And-
to where you could split it up.
and our
where
director-
Maine is on one day and Southmost on the next with maybe a couple different times.
Yeah, so the lady gave me a really good idea. She said what other libraries have done is it's a free event, right? But they've had, like, people have to come and pick up a ticket.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a
beforehand
voucher system.
with
Yeah.
multiple shows. So everyone can still go to the show because they have multiple shows.
Yeah.
But that way they,
Reserve the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have an idea of how many are coming.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Been learned.
she also had other ideas they have more services that they can provide that we didn't know about. So it's good that we know about this now.
That was good. They put on a really good show. I love that they put in about literacy and they had dancing and everything. It was great.
Exercise and.
Yeah,
It was like.
it was.
Water guns.
Yeah.
It was.
Yes, I got water.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yes, we have our second kids night tomorrow. Our kids night last week was our Nailed It painting challenge, which was really fun. It's got a little mini canvas and paint, and they could either try and recreate a famous painting or make their own masterpiece. So that was really neat. We have our toddler dance party coming up, and this Friday will be the Fragile Planet Wildlife Park, which will be really fun. They were awesome last year. And our award ceremony on July 30th, and that will be at Southwest.
Yeah, I do want to attend that one.
There were gonna be a lot of people for that one Friday
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. Teen Services.
Services. Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Weisinger. Nice to see you all here. So just for context, this was my first summer reading program, and OMG. We had some huge numbers. Tuesday, June 3rd was also election day, I'd like to point out. And it was the first day kind of the program starting, and we had a huge turnout for Finger Paint Your Personal Landscape. A lot of families came, took over tables, thank heavens. We had a great, excellent doorman with 30 years of experience helping to navigate people in, because we squeezed 258 people in the teen zone.
Wow.
I
Oh.
mean, it was.
Thank God the fire marshal was not there.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
you know, I think it helped because we had it kind of organized and covered. We didn't have any spills. We didn't have any serious clothing issues with paint. People had a lot of fun. You see the little kids cleaning their fingers up to their elbows in the water. They enjoyed painting, dealing with the paint and the water as much as they did painting the stuff themselves. And there's a great picture of a dad and his son who both
100.
participated. The numbers I thought were kind of epic and a little
Wow.
dizzying as we were going through them. They had a little less at Southmost, but it was still a big show there also. So
Well,
think
Relative to the population, obviously.
your personal landscape was a pretty big success, helping to kick off a summer reading program.
Because we have a lot of
Yeah.
people also coming from like Los Fresnos.
Yeah.
Yes,
Residents come to the
yes.
Brownsville
And
Library.
keep in mind, the teen age group is hardest to
To
bring in.
attract.
Yeah, so those are very good numbers.
In all of the, because we had a lot of numbers, but we did have good high numbers for teens. I didn't break it out. But you'll see the numbers if you want to scooch ahead to the next one. This was not a brag tag event. And we knew it was going to be based on the finger paint experience. It was going to be a mix of kids. So we kind of re-engineered things a little bit. It was a shading drawing class as well as a 3D shapes drawing class for the littler kids up to like 9, maybe 10. We included how to draw simple things like Snoopy or bunnies or things like that through like a 5-step process. And they literally sat down and ate it all up. It was exciting to see them, hold up, yeah, I can draw Snoopy for the first time ever. So I felt like we opened some interest in drawing for kids who maybe hadn't seen that before, which warmed my heart. We were lucky enough to get an instructor. He's a staff member from library you mentioned? McAllen. He's a staff member from McAllen, but he does a lot locally with the local artists, and he's a really smart drawing teacher. So anybody who had questions or wanted to dig in more detail went and talked with him. We had him stuck in the corner, like in a little studio kind of a thing, so we could sit and talk and draw around him. And then you just saw a lot of people, like the middle guys, I wouldn't think would draw, but they were really having a good time. It was a quiet event, but I would say it was a successful event. It felt a little bit easier with 85 at Maine compared to 254. Because it was not a parade tag event, I think it wasn't as big. And also Southmost had 30. We had a couple people that, it felt like they kind of discovered something about themselves. And, drawing is a great lifelong habit. If you haven't done it, I always want to get people doing it. So anyways, you can move ahead. Anybody can do it, right?
Yeah.
So this was another big one. The tie-dye rainbow party. It was fun and exciting. Unfortunately, I don't have really great tie-dye visuals to show you because what happened was we kind of set it up that they would tie it all up over here, and then they would go to you can see it over on the right, the drawing or the dyeing department. And they could dye it themselves, or our staff was pretty furiously dyeing, helping the kids and parents and everybody dye. But it was set up a lot like this. We had examples, you can see in that first one, right, I did some pre-t-shirts. They could kind of see what the design looked like and copy it if they wanted to. There was an example of how to tie it, plus people to talk them through it. And then when they were ready, they would go to the dyeing tables in the back. So again, happy to report we spilled no dye. We actually ran out at the end and were dipping things in the bottom of the bucket. We tried to have a social tie-in with a hashtag to get everybody show us what their final design was, because the next day they would see what it was like after sleeping all night long. But we didn't get much turnout for that. In fact, no turnout whatsoever. We probably should have put a prize on it to get some more posting.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get to see what they did, which makes me sad. But 159 at Maine, we had about 95 kids doing the dye, and we literally ran out of dye. I heard Southmost was even bigger. I don't know how they made their dye all work through all of that. How did it go?
We ended up doing kind of what you did.
The
and we
bucket.
had, leftovers. We also had patrons who brought in their own shirts.
Oh,
And
wow.
then we were doing a bit of like line management to where our line was actually past our security gates
Yeah.
at one point in time, just after everybody had tied their items and kind of making sure that the new people who were coming in got the same level of service and were able to enjoy the craft in the same manner as those who started right on time. So it was a really cool event. And poor Visito Miss B came out with dyed hands. Luckily, I didn't get it not myself. I jinxed myself and changed clothes beforehand. But it was wonderful to see all the different designs. And I had patrons come back
Oh,
next
good.
day and show me pictures
If
of
you
their
guys
stuff.
share 'em, I didn't see any. It's just been kind of busy. It felt like the community loved the event. The team especially loved doing the tying, and like it was kind of a surprise. And then, one thing I've learned from summer reading program, this is my first year, is our staff is excellent.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add something. One of the things as we need to be able to accept feedback and everything. One of the things that hardly any complaints got to me or to Brenda as far as you know, people going away of the attendance. Normally, when you have a lot of people, there's somebody's going to be not happy. And I didn't hear that. And I actually asked for it. How can we do it better? Is there a problem? And no,
We tried hard. I
Yeah.
mean, the tough part.
no
was
complaints
there's
yet.
more extra stuff, but
No, I haven't had any complaints either on any of our programs. And that's just amazing. That goes to show all the hard work that everyone puts.
Because people are quick to post it online.
yeah,
Anything.
right? And I was just thrilled that they all had a good time. They were interested in what we were doing, and our staff, again, they just made it
Rating.
work
Wow.
really, really amazing ways. So big thank yous to all of that. And then I just have the preview, I think, on the next month on the next slide, what's coming soon. We've got, we've had a mosaic session. We'll be doing felt shooting stars Tuesday, July 22nd. And we are planning a teen lock-in at Maine mid to late September. Didn't fix the date in yet because there's just so much going on right now.
What a surprise, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it is coming and we are making footsteps in that direction. It will happen.
Please let me know the date in it as soon as possible so we
Yes.
can coordinate.
It's probably going to be the
lot
19th or the
dates.
26th is what we talked about.
We want to donate some
Oh, that would be
iced coffees
wonderful.
for,
Thank
for
you.
the, those are for the teens right
We'll
now.
need it.
Well,
My
Stay
kids
awake.
would be so excited.
Well, they
for
can stay
that.
Too, because the staff will need it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They already got theirs.
No, that day, yeah.
Oh,
We're planning.
oh, Brenda wasn't supposed to do that.
I heard.
Laser tag,
Hey, you got brownies.
Stuff and.
Let me know if y'all need any help. I'd
Are,
help
okay.
out because my kids would not stop talking about the lock-in.
Oh, good, okay. Hopefully they can always come to the next one too.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, we got, next thing we got is Makerspace, everybody's favorite.
Afternoon. My name is Alan Polanco. I will be presenting the Makerspace. For July, we had mini canvas paintings. So we handed out little canvases and the patrons were able to paint whatever they wanted. In Topmost, we had a turnout of 121, and at Maine, we had 160. I think for that event, we did run out of canvases, but we were able to get little pieces of paper and we still got people to paint something on.
Improvised.
Improvise, yeah. Go to the next slide. For July, we had the I'm reading door hanger. For that one, at Topmost, we had 36. At Maine, we will have it on the 28th of this month. And for that one, we laser cut the circles and the letters, and we're giving out little kits for the patrons to paint it and then glue it onto the little circle. And then for August, we will be having block printing. So we're going to be giving out little blocks of rubber and little tools to carve out your little design. And we're going to provide the ink and the paper so the patrons can stamp their, or technically make their own little stamp. So right there, you can see some little previews and examples of what they can do.
Cool.
Any questions?
Everything is good. All right, and then we have outreach. How we doing?
It's Courtney Taylor, your Library Services Coordinator. First, I want to say thank you to Makerspace. They've been doing adaptive prints for us. So we'll be able to use them at outreach, but they're also available at your circulation desks at both branches. So that if you need help with any little mobility aids, they are printing those out so that we'll be able to use them not only for outreach, but in everyday life. So they've been using a lot of new things to go out and show what our 3D printing capabilities are. Friendly reminders, we are in a slowdown period for outreach. So this will go very quickly today. We did have a cancellation of the Juneteenth event that I mentioned last time. It just got really, really wet and rainy, and we had to close down for that day through the Parks Department because there was some minor flooding. But we will continue to help parks with any initiatives that they have going forward. Next slide, please. So the first outreach we had was to celebrate National Trails Day. Palo Alto invited us to go play. What we focused on while we were at this outreach is really promoting our summer reading program and registration for this. So we were able to get over 73 families, not individual members, to sign up for summer reading program and pull their codes and then request that they come back for the reading logs in-house in our library. They were all very happy to see kind of what databases we offer and how we connect to literacy outside of our buildings. So it was really cool to be able to go to that event with Miss Vanessa. Her and I were able to go. Next slide, please. We continued our focus on supporting men's health through the Blue Tie Affair. We were able to collaborate again with Cameron County Public Health to be able to promote this. We ended up giving out some headphones to support like Hoopla, Free Gal, so that they'd be able to do that while they're exercising, as well as doing additional library cards and stuff. So we got to see everybody's mascots and they got to have fun with us. They also had a mascot race they were able to donate to. So that was one of the focal points of the event with our health department. We saw 275 people there. Next slide, please. And then as slightly previewed last month, we are going to every single city department to advocate what the library does for our community and what the library can do for you as a city employee. So one of the departments we were able to see was our grants department. They help us with a lot of funding. They are the people who helped us get iPads into the library. They've gotten us a lot of makerspace equipment through T-Slack and everything. So they were really surprised to learn other databases that we offer and other ways we help the community. By doing this, we hope to better collaborate with them so that they know what we're already offering and what we can do so that they can help us get better grants in the future, as well as do employee development. So we're kind of empowering our teams internally so that they can better advocate for us as a library. Even though their department's small, they have 11 people, it's still a big mission to help us with in regards to funding. And again, even though we're slow, summer reading program staff stretched kind of thin, we were still able to get to 3 events. We were able to surpass 500 people seen outside of our library department, and we're past 14.6 thousand for the year to date. Some of the events we're doing in the future include Brown companies who are part of our housing authority. It's collaboration with Parks Department for literacy within Brownsville. And then as part of the One Step concept, we will be helping show different library services to future departments. So we'll be able to see IT, communications, marketing, and visitors bureau all within July.
I have an issue a kid with a parent and the pretty guard for. They're working on it. Okay.
Doesn't want to leave.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave the library either.
That's a good thing, huh?
All right. Okay, do we have any update?
Yeah, let me provide some updates and I'm gonna go impromptu. This is our second month of the expanded hours of operation. As we know, normally we open at 10 Monday to Friday. Now we open at 9 Monday to Thursday. And so that's going good. Obviously, who's gonna complain about that, right? So that's going good. We're also about to start remodeling or finishing up the remodel of the restrooms by replacing the flooring and new stalls. And that way it'll at the main branch, and that way it'll finally feel finished. And we're gonna hopefully show some before and after pictures. The other thing that I wanna make sure that to let the board know, how do you like this format as far as we make the presentations? Do you want us to add maybe high level, by Ms. Lisa, the operation manager, the high level stats of, besides, because obviously you see all the programming, obviously we do more than that.
Like how many books are checked out? Like
Exactly.
year and
We report in the annual report and we showcase it, but if you want to, on a high level, give you what we did, because this is just programming. This is the betun. This is the
it's the fun part.
the iceberg. But do you want us to show you the other services? Maybe
Right.
highlight a database. You let me know what else you want from the.
Yeah, like the usage,
Yeah.
usage of the databases, highlighting that,
I'd
maybe.
love to see comparisons of last year's versus this year's
Okay, so
to see
what
how.
we can do, we can start that and.
So we can measure growth, because,
Yeah.
okay, my business, what I do is I always compare this month
Yeah.
to the same month last year, and then there was growth.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
And I'll be the first one to tell you, in library, there's not gonna be a lot of growth. Especially after COVID, but we can show you trends. We can-
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
show
trend.
you- And grow the library usage, if you fail to change and like make all this cool program, it's going down. Reading, it's going, circulation of items is going down, yet
Yeah.
within that circulation of items, ebooks and electronic.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the trends, you
Yeah,
could see
this is
like
trends.
what they're
Exactly.
gearing to.
Yeah,
Are they
yeah.
using more the databases to read online? Are they doing the ebooks or like, the
Yeah,
actual
But
books?
again, it'll be just high level because we have a lot of stats and I don't want to bore you because,
And we don't want to add more work
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
either.
Yeah, but something.
Little by
that-
little.
Yeah,
Just a quick overview, this is where we're going, and
yeah.
would like to see Southmost and the main, that way we can say, hey, what are we doing at Maine that we can do at Southmost? What are we doing at Southmost we can do at Maine?
Yeah.
Just so we can see,
Yeah.
because the object is to bring more people into the
Correct.
library.
Circulation would not be defined by locations, right, Liz? Okay,
Yeah.
we can do that? Okay, even better. So we can do that, but again, when we provide data, we have to make sure that it fluctuates. Just because it hasn't gone up doesn't mean that we're not effective.
No, no, no.
Because
Yeah.
things.
Well, the
but-
thing is, you want to show that at least it's maintained and it's circular.
Correct.
Okay, maybe it's not books, but
Mhm.
it's digital. So
Yeah.
this is where we're
Yeah,
going.
yeah, and then, and obviously, just utilization, who comes into the library,
Yeah.
they may come in all day and read, and we don't know the stats, but they're happy and
Yeah,
they're,
yeah.
and- and so again, I'm always about learning and about, I want you guys to, I want to give you what you guys want,
Yeah.
but, I went impromptu, I hadn't even talked to Brenda about that, but I think we need,
Like-
and, well, let me just give you a reference. In the past, the library board, all they wanted was stats. And so it was, quite frankly, now I can say it was snooze fest. So now it's a little bit of both. So we can high level, and Lisa will make the presentation, or our own can make the presentation on the stats. So you can see that there's more than just programming, because we're still a library.
Yeah.
And so, are you okay with that?
Well, yes.
We can just
So we
try
want to see
that.
exactly how effective we're being,
Mhm.
because you can come in, we can have all these activities, but if we're not showing up, people using, people engaging,
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
utilizing your services. I'm sure like not a lot know about Hoopla and Boundless.
Exactly. Maybe we can highlight a service for you guys, just top notch, one of us.
like she said,
Yeah.
when we compare with McAllen,
Mhm. Yeah,
we're doing a lot better,
way better.
way better. So, and we had, you were outstanding in the hallway because the crew was standing here.
Yeah.
How do we get more people in here? And if it have to go, here's a ticket, get your ticket and go, then that's how we need to look at it.
So again, thank you for being a supportive board. Again, we're open for business and whatever advice you want from us. But we're seeking for advice from you guys. If we're gonna add some stats. If you want to, we can give some samples, or you just give it like 5 or 6 different stats,
Mhm.
high level, and maybe even just regular pictures of people sitting using our service.
Enjoying, yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean, you could even post those
Mhm.
during
Yeah.
on your social media.
exactly. Like you are looking live to the Brownsville Library.
I would like to see, I don't know, I'm sure maybe there's already a brochure or something, but like in a video format, like how to use the database
Mhm.
when they're at home. Right?
Actually,
Like
we're
how to
working on
log
that.
in, like, hey, here we are, blah, 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 how to log into Hoopla, here's, you have to use your library card, so forth, so on, kind of like, show them the screen and click here and click
Yeah.
there type of thing.
How
'Cause
to-
that way they
yeah, how
can
to-
always
Do we
go
have a
back and,
TikTok account?
We can't have a TikTok.
Can't have.
No, city
no,
policy.
it's called,
That's
man.
impossible.
Acuérdate.
But anyway, so thank you for your advice. We'll definitely do that, just
I forgot
to
about
change it. And taking into consideration your time, we appreciate what you do for us. And again, please be advocates for us. Please advocate for us. So that's how we're relevant. Our job is to be relevant to our community, and we take pride that we are, where people enjoy coming in. Now, are we perfect? No, we had an issue with our water fountain. But for the most part, we do our best. I have the best team that I could ever have. I just tried not to be in the way. Well, Brenda and I just put the money, but they're the ones that come up with the ideas. We have no ideas. And so Makerspace, we do it on purpose of not providing too much because we were limited on Makerspace staff.
Because this applies to.
Yeah, and supplies
Yeah.
and everything, but personnel, and so hopefully we're gonna be adding one more personnel for Makerspace. Little by little, we can do that, and we can provide you updates once it's officially
Mhm.
come to fruition. Okay,
All right.
anything you wanna add, Brenda, to the updates?
Thank you very much covered.
Okay.
All right, everything good? All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
Emotion.
Okay, motion's made. Is there a second?
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.